Hello, and welcome to Epic Interactions. As you can see, I'm having technical difficulties. Give me 2 minutes. You guys can watch. You can talk to the players, do our, all our stuff that we usually talk about.
We are the players.
The players. And this is the game. You guys go ahead and introduce yourselves again because you are the newest for sure. Everybody at this point knows me, Rahul. So.
Well, yeah, you have a picture on the beginning of the Twitch intro.
Exactly.
We don't even exist yet.
Now you guys.
I'm working on it.
No.
Oh man.
No hate on you.
All the hate.
Sure, I'll go first. Hello, everyone. My name is Zach, but you don't care about that because I'm playing a character for this.
No, we've been.
I'm playing a Tabaxi Rogue, level 4.
Yeah.
His name is Drezkai Ravencroft. I am neutral, evil.
No.
A little more evil than most rogues are due to my training and my background.
Alright, sounds good.
And I'm terribly distracted by shiny things. I don't like water. And
Is that the cat side of you?
Yes, of course. And I've got daggers everywhere. There's a dagger tied to my tail so I can like scorpion stab and fun stuff like that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's
that's new to me.
There's totally a dagger tied to
You
my
weren't
tail.
paying attention.
He has said it in the past.
There's one
Oh
on
my
the bottom of my
God.
shoes so I can just kick
Wait, was I actually there though? Because
Yes.
No, you were there.
I was actually out there
You were
at
there.
that time.
It
Because I
was
think
with-
there's only been like maybe a total of 8 minutes between me and you interact. No, we broke into that house. We probably have like 15 minutes of interaction time.
Solid.
Anyways,
A solid 15 minutes.
I'm here to do rogue stuff.
Man, I can't believe I didn't notice the tail.
Alright. Well, my name is Farah, and I'm a fiery little country girl. I basically, at a
Literally.
young age, was kind of shunned from my family and moved to the woods and made my own way. And things happened and things occurred, and I wound up here with these weird people. So, that's me. And when I get
We're
angry,
weird. You're pretty weird. I mean, your hair is literally on fire.
right, I'm finding comfort in that now. I used to disguise myself a lot, but just trying to chill out with my hair on fire.
Alright, whatever.
Yep.
If I throw some alcohol, will it get like...
Huge. Yeah. Huge pillar. Very
Take note
dangerous.
of that.
Just like Rahun to
Very
throw
dangerous.
gasoline on something.
Always stir in the pot.
Alright.
Alright. We just continue and wait until
Sure.
Lindsay gets here.
Yeah, that's fine. So those are the players that kind of just recently joined us in the past couple weeks. The previous episode should be actually up on YouTube. Currently, I had to catch that up, so it should be up and running. Let us know what you're hearing on Twitch and stuff. We do have new equipment. I want to make sure that everything's been running okay. Some other things, we do take donations. Any donations do go to military vets, half of which we do have ties to military vets. We want to make sure that they're taken care of. And then the other half is going to go to military equipment.
Military equipment?
Nice.
Yeah?
We want guns!
Yeah, we're stashing them up.
Cameras! And whatnot to make our stream better. Also, go on our Facebook page, like our Facebook page. We've also gotten connected with some of the other D&D groups out there. Blue Elephant is one of them. They're really cool, so definitely check out theirs.
What up, Blue Elephant?
They're more of a podcast, so they run on Tuesdays. For the critters out there, I know that we were able to get onto the Critical Role page. You guys already know that this is something that kind of inspired us from Critical Role, and that we appreciate you guys in there as well. So definitely really love having you guys. To kind of bring us back into where we were coming from last week, the players are currently in the town of Tortola, a town that was said to be the main hub of Atreya's family trade route, so to speak. However, it did not look like a trade town whatsoever. It looked more of just farming town. They also understand that there is a goblin horde currently on the way. With a couple days left, they are supposed to be attacked. And they are figuring out what to do to either defend the city or not. However, they did send out a distress call to the elves, one of which Atreya had previous relations with in some way, shape, or form. The group doesn't know except for Atreya. However, the elves did reply saying, yes, we are on our way, by Owl, by Corvus. upon doing some investigation of herself, Atreya found a tunnel that led down to a major cavern that actually indeed looked like the trade route that her family used. Not really being used anymore. That's where the majority of the party is at currently. And we'll go ahead and pick it up there. For you guys, I'm going to say that because... Roll a stealth check for me, just to...
Certainly. I
Make
would
sure.
say that I probably have my Cloak of Elvenkind hood up. Get advantage on that if you'll allow it.
Okay.
Cool. Good, because one was a 1, so we don't want that. Yeah. 23 for stealth.
23. So, knowing your personality and knowing that you still don't fully trust this group, you kept an eye on them as you were just kind of going about training Franklin a little bit more. He seemed pretty well.
Yes, he's a good man.
Very good. You saw them go into the windmill. Staying somewhat outside, you noted that there's a big entrance on the back end, which happens to be the watermill, and you know how it kind of recycles the water. You kept an ear out. You heard them talking about a name of some sort. You heard some commotion, and then you didn't hear them whatsoever. Trying to get a better look, you did notice that they indeed went behind some kind of bookshelf, as they were all just kind of gathered around trying to figure out what's going on there. You saw them leave, and you thought it might be a good idea to get the only other person that kind of has been around you, and that would be the Southern Belle.
Sarah,
What's up, Buttercup?
listen to me. I think the party has disappeared underground into the grotto that they were speaking of earlier.
A grotto? I don't remember a grotto.
Yes, they were talking about how there are tunnels underneath this
Oh,
place.
tunnels! Okay, yeah, the
My
tunnels.
lord, you need to increase your
Fantastic.
vocabulary.
Hey, you're helping.
Yes, well, listen to me. I
Grotto.
plan on sneaking in behind them, and I'm wondering if you would like me to go alone or if you want to accompany me.
That sounds fun as hell.
All right.
Alright, so I need to stealth.
It's up to you.
I go down on like all fours, and I put the hood on and kind of slink into
I think
the shadows.
since he looks so stealthy, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I gotta hide too.
Okay.
Give it a try. Ooh, it's a 15.
15.
It's a 15.
So you guys stick to the shadows of the buildings, however it being afternoon. You guys do get to the windmill. Door's open.
Oh yeah, I'm walking right into that door, slinking in, paying
Sure.
attention.
I'm following closely behind.
You both notice that there seems to be an old lady just kind of creeping around, looking at some of the, like the way the windmill kind of picks up the water, and then it brings it down into what looks to be two carriers. They split off from one another. You definitely notice. Have you ever been to like a gold mine? Like, you know how there's rushing water in the minerals, and then you can like kind of shake the back end.
Like
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You
babbling
see,
brook.
yeah, you kind of see that as it's set up, as she's kind of going from basket to basket, looking, shaking. You know, look at every now and then she gets a little excited as she kind of picks up a tray. She moves over and puts something inside of a big barrel.
Is the inside of that barrel like things she's pulling off? Are they shiny? Are they bits of gold?
Make a investigation check.
Right, because if they catch my eye, I'm interested. 16 investigation.
16. You notice that what she's pulling off looks to be small rubies, sapphires, gems.
Yeah, I just revert to my cat instincts, and my eyes get a little wider, and I am now completely and utterly taken by these shiny gems, and I want one.
And you want one?
Yes.
Well, you know that she's taking them over to about 3 barrels, and she just kind of picks one up and she just kind of divvies them up into the different barrels.
Okay, yeah. What is it going to take for me to check out each barrel and see which one's the shiniest?
You can make it... I assume you're doing this stealthily.
Yeah.
So
You want me to hold on to the 23 or make a new one?
No, make a new roll.
Okay, alright. Still advantage with that cloak up.
Nice.
26.
26?
Yeah, I got a nat 18.
Yeah, so she like goes to turn away, and you just kind of creep right behind her. and you kind of go and you look through each one. You notice that one barrel has full sapphires.
Got it.
One has full rubies. The other one has just full emeralds.
Yes.
They're really rough cut, not like anything
for
like.
Sure. Yeah.
But you know that if you were to take it to a jeweler, that it could be worth some money.
Yeah. So I think you see like just a tail come up behind one of the barrels, and it just like pushes the top of the barrel off, and a paw comes up and takes a ruby out.
Okay.
And the tail just pushes it back.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So go ahead and yeah, we'll say that you have an uncut emerald.
Okay.
Oh, ruby.
Cool.
Sorry,
Ruby.
ruby.
Yeah. Yay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm satisfied.
You're satisfied? All right, yeah. So
For
just
now.
add that to your inventory list. And you're just there.
All right. Whenever he gets back, I'm not gonna speak, but I'm gonna try to like.
You see the older lady. She just kind of goes over to the other side.
Yes. I'm whispering, but listen. This old woman is blind as a bat, and she probably cannot hear very well. You can whisper.
What the hell did you get?
I got this shiny thing.
Oh, cool.
I'm like showing it in the candlelight.
All right. I'm gonna give him a very quiet high five.
And then you mentioned the open bookcase. I think I'm just gonna sneak past her.
The bookcase is closed.
Oh, it's closed.
But
right
you
now.
know that they were over by this bookcase.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I want to figure out how to open it.
Sure.
I want to slink over to it and just like check out the books and see if
You notice that the majority of the books are off.
Not a lot of books on the shelf.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
There's like
what?
maybe 2 books per shelf.
Okay. Do any of them seem bigger than the others?
No, they look
or
dusty.
They all
There's some
look dusty.
dustier than dustier. Yeah.
Is there one that's slightly less dusty?
I think. Can I just use the help action for her to do an investigation?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Investigation. That's either a 6 or a 7.
They look dusty.
They look dusty.
Yeah. What do you see?
They look dusty.
Oh my lord! How are we supposed to get in there?
I don't know, but I don't think that's it.
Hey, can I like feel along around the bookcase?
Sure.
Do I feel any latches or perhaps levers or
Make
buttons?
an investigation check.
Great. My investigation 16.
16.
Yeah.
As you're feeling, you do feel what seems to be like some kind of air, like very lightly on your paws. Like you're like, wait a minute, like there's something definitely behind this bookcase. And you know that it's not going to be around the bookcase. It's going to be on the bookcase directly. Just
Okay.
because of the nature of this is like a form of trap.
Then I'm just gonna very carefully slide all the books out of the way to see if there's anything
So
behind
you go sliding. The first 2 slide. The second 2 slide. The bottom one you slide one to the left, and then you get over to the right, and it won't slide.
them. Yeah, I think I just the camera zooms in and I flick one of my claws out and I just yank it towards me a little bit.
Okay. So you pull it out ever
Yeah.
so gently.
What's a
as you
camera?
hear Huh?
What's a camera?
This
The
the
narrator's
does his own
camera.
edits.
Like
What are
zooms
you
over.
talking about?
for all of our Twitch viewers. That camera. Yeah.
You never know. It might turn
I don't
into
know.
an animation.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's,
And
I
at
don't
that
know what's
point-
watching us.
Yeah.
Good point.
Big Brother's always watching.
So
Big Brother zooms in.
you guys pull it back just ever so gently as you hear a latch on the other side, and then you see the bookcase go in and then pushes off to the left.
I instantly turn and look at the old woman. I'm just frozen.
You do as she's kind of looks over, and all of a sudden her whole body just starts to just form up itself as she now looks like a grown woman.
Oh shit.
And she kind of turns over to you and she goes, "The name is required."
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I got it.
Yes.
I got it.
I assume you are talking about our friend Treya and her brother Baltimore.
No, and no.
Well then,
You see her pull out a wand as she
Alright,
flicks
I'm gonna
it.
roll a history check to see if I remember their last name. But yeah, if we're doing initiative,
as
or
you see just two white balls just kind of just and it hits you. That's two
magic missile.
Two magic missiles.
Cool. Yeah, hit me. Oh shit.
Oh man. How are
That's
you guys gonna
4 to
figure this
you and then 4 to you. So
Alright.
both
Lindsay
4.
almost couldn't figure this out.
She goes with every wrong
40?
name. 4.
Oh.
With every
gonna say I'm dead.
with every wrong name, the punishment will be worse. What is the name?
I will dive deeply into my notes.
Because I know that you were trying to listen, I'm gonna have you do a history check
I guess I was watching
to
now.
see if you remember.
God, my history ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, I can't even help you.
Nat one.
That's
Nat one?
Yes, sir.
You care. You think it's Jeff. You're just like, oh,
My name is
Jeff. Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Does not make sense to me. Shit.
Who's this?
For those that are down in the tunnel,
have
make a perception check.
Last name.
For those on Skype, you guys can hear us, yeah?
26.
26.
6.
Damn.
26.
Oh,
Yeah, I
20.
got a 6.
Yeah, 30.
Ooh.
Oh. Just
Alright.
got a 1-up.
So, both Baltimore and Emerald, you both hear faintly down the tunnel that you just came out of what seems to be the only thing that it could be, that bookcase opening back up.
So I look over at Baltimore, I'm like, what are the chances that somebody else knows the password?
Most likely, highly not probable, considering none of us knew it.
Hey guys, what are you talking about? What's going on?
Well, it sounds like we're about to have some guests.
What? What do you mean? Where? Which
sounds
tunnel?
Like the bookcase is opening.
Oh. Alright, so it's only the village. I mean, it's probably that old woman keeping it open for us.
That woman went from crazy to straight in 2 seconds when we tried to open it. You think you're just gonna willy-nilly open the door and be like, hey, how's it going down there?
I don't know. Did you see any way to get out from our side? Maybe she's just keeping it open for us. Jeez. Miss Cranky woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I walk away from him.
Idea anymore. You're killing it.
I walk away. I'll go ahead towards it and check it out, I guess.
Okay, so you start heading back up.
Yeah, I'll just go check it out, I guess.
All right. So my question is, I got a 1 on my history check, but in my notes I remember Atreya's last name.
Okay.
So is it? Yeah, it's up to you if Dreskai.
It's up to you if
Okay.
you would like to say that name.
I think because of the 1 on the history check, it's not coming to Dreskai.
Actually, if you have it in your notes, if it's in your notes, I will let it supersede the roll.
Cool. So I would say, listen, I do not want any trouble here. We are just trying to find our friends.
Yeah, jeez.
I believe they are of the Glashmere family.
I'm gonna get you a D&D.
That is the correct family. However,
Ugh.
that is not the name.
Alright, well, we're on the right track.
I do
Did you
not
get hit with a
know
magic
of any
missile?
others. Are you looking for maybe the mother or the father's name?
Come back out of the tunnel.
She doesn't say
I
it.
don't think they told
Does he get
us
hit with a
anything.
magic missile when he says his own name? No.
It seems to be like that is the name that the only time she won't hit is if you say the last name of the whole family.
Gotcha. It's kind of like, technically you're not wrong.
Correct. But you're not right.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a very rare jewel that I would be happy to give to you
Oh.
in exchange for allowing us through.
Make a persuasion.
Alright, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna be
Okay.
like, this is a real special jewel. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Persuasion? Oh no.
I'm catching her up on what happened.
Oh, 18.
18. So as she does take a moment, she pauses. She begins to walk up to you. Very slowly, she puts the wand away. She's like, show me.
I take out the ruby that I just stole from her, and I like dance it in between my cat-like finger paws.
I'm gonna ooh and ah.
She goes, that looks quite unequivocally the same ruby that I just pulled out.
Well, there are many rubies in the world. If there is one that looks similar, perhaps it is serendipity.
Well, this is a good one.
Is that 5?
Alas, I believe
gee,
that the Glashmere family has paid me quite decently, and I don't think I can be bribed.
Well, that is understandable. Unfortunately, I know not the name you speak.
You see the back of these. You don't know the Glashmere family.
I know of them, and I
She
am.
gets to back up and she pulls out her
I've
money.
become
We know
acquainted.
one of them.
I became acquainted with a Treya Glashmere, for sure.
Wasn't that other guy?
So what is the name?
Is it pretty please with cherries on top?
No.
Do you have any ideas?
The Glashmere. I don't
I'm
even
gonna
remember
stealthily
that part.
Make a
walk
stealth
up
check.
behind him and like get as close as I possibly can and do one of those like, "Hey, how's it going?" and like push him a little bit.
Make a stealth check.
Awesome.
Where am I?
You're down in the cavern.
Just hanging out, looking around.
21.
Yeah, my passive perception's 15. So.
Yeah.
11.
Nope.
Yeah,
So
21.
you get right up on him, like you're literally right behind him at this point.
Okay, I'll just come up and I'll just be like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?"
I think just like when you scare a cat, I like jump up in the air and I just attach to the roof, and all my claws are just I'm like hanging upside down from the roof, and my tail's flicking really fast.
And my hair just flames up about 5 feet.
oh God.
Rahun,
Hey,
what are you doing here?
What do you
What's
think
up?
you're doing? Oh,
we
hey!
heard some commotion. What's up?
I jump back down.
Hey,
Do you know this name?
what name?
The name.
Yes, this woman attacked us with her spells and sorcery, for we have not told her the name she speaks or searches for.
You're doing a good job.
So she looks at you, she goes, you have passed the threshold. I need a name from you.
I was. They're not right at the beginning of the tunnel and stuff.
No, we didn't.
Shoot. It's it's her sister. It's her older sister. It's some weird elven name. I don't
I
fucking
don't
know.
even know she had a sister.
Rahun, are you telling me that you have previously heard the name and you have now forgotten?
Yeah.
Why don't you make a history check?
Ooh.
We are stuck here.
I like your haircut.
Thank you.
You
I tried. I look good.
Good edge.
Looking
good.
good.
Hit me. What you got?
Oh boy.
Boom.
3?
3.
You think it's Jeff.
Oh no.
So for those that are down in the cavern, what are you guys doing?
So it's myself, Baltimore, Atreya, and Cass. Is that correct?
Is
Correct.
the tunnel still open? Hey, Treya!
We were scoping out the rest of the tunnel. Yeah.
It's a big, it's like the size of an arena. So I mean, it'll take you some time if you want to go to like the mouths of each tunnel. Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, I'm not sure what the group was trying to do, but I think that's what we were trying to do. Baltimore, am I wrong or right about that?
Well, Rahun was checking out the golems.
Oh, that's right.
The trail was looking around the area to see if there was any markers on how to activate them or something. I have no
Okay.
idea what Cass was doing. I didn't think she was actually with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my shield. I casted light on my shield so everybody could see, just to find out that everybody has dark vision.
No, you're right. Cass is not with you. She's up at the top.
Okay, so
I scream
Atreya,
into the
Baltimore.
tunnel. Atreya!
I'm just gonna continue to inspect, the surroundings. So yeah,
Sure.
I'll take my time.
I mean, as you guys are looking around, you guys do hear the sound of Atreya.
Oh, so we do hear it?
Very, very faintly. It kind of echoes throughout the tunnel.
So, I mean, are we just like all kind of scattered? Am I near anyone else? Like,
I mean, you guys are like,
probably see each other. Like,
I
when
would
you
say
say
that you guys
arena,
are like
you
trying
know-
to stay somewhat close to you guys, like somewhat close, because he's the one that has light.
Okay.
So I mean, you guys are like investigating the area, trying to look around and whatnot. So,
Did anyone hear that? I feel like I sounded like I heard my voice, but I could be going crazy in these tunnels.
I just screamed, "What's your older sister's name?"
I always think I'm going crazy, so you can't trust me with that question.
Do I hear like,
Now, both Emerald and Baltimore, you guys know that it's literally coming from the tunnel that you heard the bookcase come from.
So
I
I
don't
would,
know, Trey. You might be hearing stuff.
Dick.
again, I wouldn't trust my hearing, but
There you go.
if you want to go check it out, you're welcome to.
I mean, if I thought I heard it,
You have no idea where it came from.
I have no idea where it came from. Okay.
And
I
they
guess,
just told you not to trust them, and they don't think you heard anything.
Okay, so probably based off of that, I probably would just keep walking around and just be more aware if I hear it again.
Sure. I mean, you don't hear it again. You hear, it's her name.
So
So,
you
I'm
guys
gonna-
don't hear
I'm
that?
gonna,
You guys don't hear anything?
I'm gonna ask Atreya. Atreya, what? I didn't even realize you had a sister. What was her name again?
I have two sisters that are younger, and that's Lillian and Rosemary. And then I have my oldest sister who passed away, which is Gilana.
What was her name?
Gilana. I would call her Lana for short.
How did she pass away?
She was murdered when a group of goblins and orcs attacked our town when we were younger and took my mother away and killed my sister.
So literally what's going to happen to us in about 5 to 7 days.
There weren't any goblins, from what you know. It was just straight orcs and then actual other races.
Okay.
It looked. I mean, and you did find out that it was part of the Dominion that we're taking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was. Hold on. What did you just ask?
So like that's pretty much the same thing that's almost about to happen to us in 5 to 7 days.
Well, I'm sorry. It wasn't. No, it wasn't any goblins. It was the Dominion. Like it was orcs, but it was.
Oh, orcs, not goblins. Okay.
Orcs.
Yeah.
There's other races, but it was mostly orcs, and they were all under the Dominion's sort of authority.
Did you say Yelana or Gilana?
Gilana, like Ghilanna. Like the H is silent. Gilana.
Alright. I'm gonna go check out where Rahun is, because I feel like he got caught up with that old young lady. So I'll be back.
Did he leave? I didn't even realize he left.
Oh, thanks.
I know, he's so small sometimes, I get lost when he actually leaves.
So you're heading
Whatever,
back up.
guys.
You guys are looking, so I'm gonna have you guys look just for a second. You three, she's like, you either give me the name, or we can begin to close. As she kind of waves her hand or wand a little bit. As all of a sudden you start to see the bookcase behind you just as it starts to close.
Listen, Rahun, you have to remember that name, or else it is about to get angry, stabby up in here.
Now noticing his tail. Yeah, I actually would like to see that. You should. That's cool. I'm gonna try to use this new meditation thing that I figured out from her, and can I really try and focus and see if I can remember the name again? Make another history check by chance.
Sure. I'm gonna say do it with disadvantage because
Okay,
you're not
that's
really proficient in
No, I understand.
any of that stuff. So
Even though I'm becoming a monk now,
No.
I can't tap into that yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
I'm,
All right,
I'm
that's
just
cool.
staring at you
I mean,
angrily.
your last
I'm
meditation.
like, okay,
like-
fine. Hold up.
I mean,
hold up.
based on your last
Everybody
meditation, you
shut
started throwing rocks and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I know. Everybody shut up. Let me focus. It's in there somewhere.
Have I made it to where he's at yet?
Nope.
Perfect.
4.
4. Yeah.
One better than last time.
You just start getting angry again.
God. It's Jeff, I think. I
No.
just start.
As she releases another just flurry of
You
white.
said it was her sister. Her sister's name is Jet?
I don't know, okay? There's a lot going on up here.
2,
I'm trying to learn.
6.
I don't have a really good memory.
Goodness.
5.
I eat it.
Okay. As you get nailed with these magic missiles, Emerald, you come up the corner. You see the bookcase is now closing in about halfway there, as you see them all just kind of get pelted with the magic missiles.
Look, I don't see you guys chiming in with any good ideas, okay? I'm trying.
Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on?
Oh, great.
Oh, hey.
Now we have a party here.
What's
Wait.
hey,
the damn
Emerald.
name?
Emerald, what's Atreya's older sister's name?
Yolana.
Gilana.
Gilana, you old bastard.
Is that it?
Gilana.
Is that the name?
You hear the bookcase stop. You are free to go.
Yeah, that's it. See?
Thank you.
Thanks, man. You're not useless after all.
Oh, come on, hurry up. I don't have time for this. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, guys, quit fooling around.
So I immediately turn into a giant
Start
spider,
walking away
and
from-
I'm going to.
That would be great, but you can't. Because you've already done it twice.
Oh. That's no fun.
What's he trying
That's
to do?
no fun.
Tried
You
to
already
wild
did it
shape.
twice. You went from a crocodile, and then you went to your little
Spider?
bug thing to get past the bookcase.
Oh yeah, it was a
Which
spider.
was pretty epic.
If there's been time.
And
That was
then,
pretty
We
good.
get
yeah.
you rest, right?
Yeah, you get when you do a long rest, you get them back. Yep.
Alright, well, I'm up for that.
Well, Emerald,
Start
thank
trotting.
you for joining us and protecting us from that strange old young woman.
Fair warning, there's golems.
I hate
So
constructs.
the bookcase kind of closes behind you guys as you guys are following this stone dwarven-like make in tunnel. As you kind of go down and you kind of curve to where it opens up to this arena-size underground cavern where you each see there's like just 5 massive tunnels. One that leads north, one that leads east, 2 that lead south, one in either direction, and then you have one that also goes west. You notice that there's a bronze golem for each one, all kind of facing toward the tunnel. They have 2 like massive brass chains just kind of held in place. As you can tell that they usually are pulling this massive load, kind of like a big bronze dwarven trailer. And you kind of get the set, and then you kind of get the feeling that this was the main hub to go out to each of those tunnels. Now you do see 2 silver golems, one on either side, with just a massive, like hammer-looking, like 2-handed staff hammer, so to speak. Just there. Everything looks to be deactivated. Nothing seems to be going at that point. But you guys are all there and going, and now looking at this amazing sight. Also, on the walls, you went from stone to when this opened up, it became a bronze shell.
Is there light coming from anywhere, or is it all...
His shield, Baltimore's
That's it?
shield,
Alright, then,
in your head.
yeah, my head. It's true. Yeah, I can... Yeah, I think I'm gonna produce flame in my hands as well. It's a
Sure.
cantrip, so I'm just gonna give more light. Yeah. This place is dark!
What are you talking about?
As
I can see
the
fine.
light kind of reflects off the bronze while you're by the wall and whatnot.
How's the situation?
And you guys are there. You guys are free to do what you wish.
Hey, Emerald. What did you think about that old woman? She was kind of cute. She was certainly your age.
No, I prefer the younger type.
Noted.
Or apparently my wife. Because, you know,
Which is who again?
Gaia.
Gaia? Who's Gaia?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Anybody know anything about Gaia?
What I know from the library.
Religion check. I'll say advantage.
I would have
I'm
no.
gonna
Bless.
paper towel real quick.
15.
Okay. Who else is doing a religion check?
Can I please have one of your energy thing?
That was the last one in the fridge.
And that one and the one day.
I know. I'm a terrible person.
Never mind.
Oh my god, wow.
It's okay. Thank you.
I could have sworn it has
Well, I'm a terrible person now.
So, Treya,
Here you go.
it is nice to see you, by the way.
When did you guys get here?
Well, we followed behind you. I watched you enter from the shadows.
Yeah, he just told me about it, so.
You should have seen him. I scared the hell out of him. It was hilarious.
There was no such thing.
He attached himself to the roof. That's pretty cool.
Baltimore, you said you've been looking
Well,
around. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, I'm glad you guys were able to find us, but as you probably know, this is kind of family secret.
I'm not looking
and
around.
that
I'm just
we're
holding
probably
up the
the
light.
few
Oh, okay.
people in the entire world that know about this. So
How cool.
Sure, I will be sure to keep it all to myself.
How many of those
Alright.
golem things
I'd
are in the middle?
appreciate that.
5.
I
5.
don't want to tell.
Well, this is my first
jumped in
time
one.
seeing it, so I'm kind of taking it
You
all
jump in the trailer? You jump in the trailer, you notice that there are bones. Humanoid bones.
I pick up the skull.
Yep.
Hey, this is a little ominous.
I do not like the look of that.
Is there more of those in
To
there?
be or not? I look in all the other trailers.
This one's
All,
really good.
all filled with
Bones.
all bones. Yeah, they're all bones. I start looking around more. Does it seem like this whole room is scattered with some bones here and there?
It's not like heavy, but there are bones kind of scattered.
Huh. So is there any like blood stains, or is there what are the odors? Like,
Make
is
an investigation check.
ooh.
Baltimore.
Yes.
Can you sense if there's
11.
an evil among us?
You do see some stain, but dried.
Dry blood. So I'm gonna like feel it. I want to like look at the blood a little bit
Short
more,
rest.
I guess, and kind of. Is there? I want to look at
It's a what? What'd you say?
pattern.
I'm gonna take a short rest.
You won't get wild shape back, I don't think. I think you have to do
There
it.
you go.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
for
You
sure.
can-
Okay.
So I'm gonna do like an investigation. I want to kind of like, well, I guess I already just rolled it, but I want to look like more around for like signs of blood, or like if there's like chains, or if like people were imprisoned here at any point in time. Like, was my family like straight up using like slave labor and murdering people and
You have no
sticking?
idea.
Well, yeah, I want to like look around.
Can I
for
aid her since I already found the skulls to begin with? So now my interest is peaked because I would be looking at all the other skulls and.
I mean, what
bones.
exactly are you looking for? Just more
I'm
skulls?
I'm looking more of like what we from the rubble. What I might be able to pick out what happened here.
I want to look if someone's eating, if someone's like, if there's like teeth marks like on the bones, like someone was like eating.
Make a survival check.
I just wanted to see if I can pick out like what might have happened here.
Ooh.
Batman
You
style
can make a survival
investigation
check.
check.
19.
19. You can tell like these were not necessarily eating; they were killed,
15.
and left to die. Either that, or they were left down there. Like you could tell, like the body itself decomposed into just the body, or just the skeleton.
And like looking, do they have, if there's any tissue, are they all completely decomposed? Or is there different decomposition?
It's been like, yeah, it's been years.
I want to
Yes.
go up to one of the
Any
silver
rope
golems and say Galana's name.
You go up and you say
You're
the
not gonna
name.
find anything
Nothing.
here.
Okay. Oh, I want to say it louder so it echoes through the.
So you like scream it.
Yeah, I'll just
Alright.
say it extremely loud.
So you just say it out loud.
Glana!
Yeah.
And then you just hear it just echo throughout the whole, just everywhere, and it goes silent.
Inside.
It's probably someone else's name then.
I did.
Treya, have you tried saying the names of your other sisters or your parents, perhaps, down here?
To like sort of catalyst some movement or anything.
Yes,
Might
like
turn it on.
if your sister got us into here, perhaps your father
Before
could
we
move
stopped last week, you said that
Um,
you wanted to go to each of the top of the tunnels to check
No,
those.
I haven't.
Make an
I haven't tried
investigation check.
anything yet. Actually, I've just kind of been taking it all in. I mean, seeing that there's bones in here,
14.
I mean, who knows what happens?
You go to each one,
I know, like, trade stopped
and
for
there
a long
is a
time.
symbol.
Like, maybe people got trapped down
like
here.
it seems
Maybe
to be
the
like a
goblins
trim of
found out about this too. Maybe we're not the
dwarven
only ones
model.
that have access here,
and on the
they've been
top,
using this.
there's a different symbol for each tunnel. And you come to
But
one, which
I'm a little
is
worried to activate
on the west.
it, because who knows
and
what's
you notice
gonna
that
happen.
it's the actual Great Barrier dwarves. Their symbols. It's the matching one of the ruin.
I gotcha. Okay, so if there's that one, and then what about all the other ones? Is
You
there?
have no idea. You just know that you just see them.
I just know there's the symbols and
Yeah,
stuff
you don't know what symbols they are.
there. So this tunnel goes to the Great Barrier. So you guys, if you go to each tunnel, there's a symbol up top. Should tell you which one each one goes to.
How do you know that one's the Great Barrier?
Because I know my enemies very well.
And as he points out the symbol, you also realize that it's the same symbol as the ruin that you gave him to look at, that he kept.
Okay. Rahun, you still have that coin, right? Can I have that back now, please? Because there's only a few things that I have of my family, and that's one of those things that I'm supposed to be holding on to.
I'll think about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just when I know I can trust you.
Well, perhaps,
Again, what is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Like
perhaps
I said,
the coin could be used for something.
I'm sure. Like I said, this is the Great Barrier, and if you guys look at all the other ones, we could probably figure out what those are too. I just know what this one is, and obviously the tunnel we came from.
So do we have to walk through these tunnels?
No, it should just be on the outside. Just look at the framework and look at the very top. You'll see a symbol of something.
If you couldn't trust me, why would I trust you to come down here?
It's a time for when we're alone. We can talk. Just let's figure out where we are and what's going on.
Alright, well, as much as I trust you, then hold on to the coin if it's an issue for you. And I, walk away.
I just look at Rahul and just shake my head. Just go back to casting light on my shield.
Yes, I stole a ruby from an old lady, and even I am kind of taken aback by how rude you are.
Oh well.
And I'm hearing that and still just walking, and I'm gonna look, and I want to go to each of the tunnels and actually look in and see if I see a symbol, because I also have emblems as well, and since Rahul pointed that out that it had the coin.
You go to each one.
Yeah.
And when you go north, you actually see it's the symbol of the drow that you have. You go to the ones on the south end, you notice that there's the one of the giants, the one of the halflings, I think, is the other one that you have.
Yeah.
And then the one that kind of goes, then the one that east, you can tell that one is marked off. It almost looks like it's been, what do you call it?
Chiseled out.
Chiseled out. Thank you.
Okay, so there's one of the drow, the one of the Great Barrier dwarves, the one of the giants, one of the halflings, and there's another one that looks like it's been chiseled out. Okay. So I just kind of want to see if there's any part of it that's recognizable, so just to take note of it and try to remember it for future. Is there any part of it, any words anywhere, or?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I'll go up to her. No, actually, I'm gonna stay at the tunnel and I'm gonna pull out the coin like they said. And does it seem like it fits anywhere?
No.
Just a 7.
Nope. You have no idea.
Okay. I'm gonna go, since I've been looking at all the tunnels and all the entrances, I want to kind of look to see if there's a focal point or a center of it. Is it perhaps the two?
Of the which one?
A focal point of just the whole spot, cause
Yeah, it's where all the golems are. So each golem is looking out toward their tunnels,
Yeah.
their respective tunnels,
Okay.
and then the trailers all kind of meet in the middle.
Okay, and then they would go out to their designated
Correct.
places.
So you would assume that they would, this is the main hub, and then they would go out to their cities, come back with whatever, transport the whatever from to whatever direction it was going to, and then they would go back out.
I wanna just walk like which one am I in front of? This one that's been X'd out. I wanna walk. I wanna go into it. Baltimore. Can I borrow some of your light for a moment? I noticed that this tunnel entrance, like the emblem has been scratched out. It's the only one that I don't recognize, and my family has never spoken to me about, because my grandfather gave me little tokens for each of these symbols, and I want to know. I just want to walk into it a little bit to see if there's any other things that we can see, because I mean we've been finding bones from decomposed bodies, and I'm just trying to figure out what happened here, and maybe this is a little bit of a clue.
Sure.
Yes, I like that idea. May I join you?
Please.
I have light.
Alright, thanks, Farah. So I just want to walk like 50 feet or 100 feet or something like that, just to kind of get an idea of the surroundings. And I'm looking for signs of blood, or weapons have been dropped down, or any kind of other symbols
you
or
walk.
thing.
You keep walking down this tunnel. Still bronze in nature, but it gets like tarnished as you keep moving forward, and you get pretty deep. I would say, like, if you just keep walking, you're gonna go like a good 500 feet before like you literally see like that whole tunnel system has been caved in.
Okay.
And it looks deliberate. It did not look like it was, because it continues bronze, and then it's just a massive amount of landscape that look crumbled in.
Okay.
Is the engravings on the outside of this tunnel entrance still dwarven?
The one that she went into, no.
No.
She went into the sketched out one.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, is if all of them have like dwarven writing on it to
No.
specify if it's going to a certain city or anything like that.
That's a good.
Well, I guess this kind of looks like this was purposely collapsed.
And it's just you and Baltimore that are on there, right?
No, Farah and Drizzle.
Yeah. We can do.
For those that are down in that tunnel, make a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
Hey, Emerald,
It's a 10.
can you? You're old and somewhat wise.
15.
Me too.
Do you know how to understand?
15.
Huh?
Short rest.
No,
Just
short
got-
rest is
Dresden-
short rest is
Dresden
about
was the
half
other
hour.
guy
So
that we used to
We're just
have.
talking. That doesn't
Dres,
interrupt
I'm
your
gonna
short
call you
rest.
for
No.
Dres
Okay.
for short.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
talking to you. Do you know how to do any? Do you know how to understand any
15, 10.
other languages?
Baltimore, what'd you get?
I know Elven
25.
and yeah, just common and common language and Elven.
Well,
Why?
I know you know those, but you're a person of magic. Do you know of any way to, I don't know, cast a spell to maybe understand what these engravings, as I point to the outside of this tunnel, might be?
It's not primordial,
Let me
right?
see what I
It's
can
not.
do.
It's not a language. It looks to be a symbol, like
Symbol.
a crest of some sort. It's not languages.
Well, I'm thinking because you said there was
Can I
like
do a
the
history check?
engravings on the side and stuff of the
Yeah,
barrier
with a trim,
wall.
but it's not languages.
Oh yeah, I was just seeing if maybe he can
Yeah.
do anything to cast a spell to see if he can see or understand any of that engraving
Sure.
and stuff. So. What?
If I do cast a spell, will I be breaking that short rest?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
If
saying
I
you can do
a
it
history
afterward.
check,
Sure.
Sword, would that break that short rest or no?
No, I would say it a lot. You're just thinking.
Okay. Let me see what I can bring back in this old memory.
For you guys that are down the tunnel, except for you, you hear a very deep, almost breathing.
20
Like,
on that.
is it on the other side of the stone?
Like you very faintly you could hear it, like coming from the other side of this tunnel.
So I very quietly look at my surrounding. Am I the only one hearing that breathing?
I don't know. Why don't you ask your very perceptive friend, Baltimore? Are you hearing this?
Yeah, I hear something.
I don't hear a thing.
Alright, maybe we should start walking back.
Oh, I'm intrigued with this breathing rock. I want to go like right up to the rubble and like go like scratch on it with one of my nails.
So you scratch on it. It's a rock.
It's a rock.
If I like lean up on it, do I feel it moving at all?
Oh, you don't feel it moving, but you definitely hear it. You hear that sound. You know that it's some type of breathing from a very large animal.
I want to say hello. I just want to hello?
Gotta find that keyhole. Keyhole eye.
Can I do
Yeah.
I want to do divine sense.
Sure.
I
What do you
mean,
got?
Good idea.
Well, divine sense, I just want to see if I feel like or hear like I'm trying to see if something evil or something. That's
I
sort
think
of divine
divine's
sense. It's like I get like
detect
a
good or
noxious,
evil.
I get a noxious odor if it's something like really evil, and then I hear like presence of strong evil registers on my sense like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in my ears. You can know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
You get definitely a hard reek coming from those rocks.
I'm not there.
I know, I'm just, just looking over here. I just,
And you say hi to the rock.
Yes, I say hi like through it, trying to see if there's someone on the other side that could hear it.
So you go,
Hello.
hello. You can tell that if this wall is very thick.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And as you maybe like trying to peek through, kind of looking, trying to find like a little crevices to kind of look, you notice that not only is there rock, but there's steel.
I think we are not meant to enter here.
I don't think so either. I think this is here for a purpose, because I have a very strong sense of whatever that is over there, very evil. No good.
So,
I don't
Emerald,
want to
what did you get?
investigate this further. We have too much to worry about with the town.
Understood.
I got a 20 not natural.
it looks like it's just creative ruins. Just creative trim.
Creative ruins? What is that?
Like trim. It just looks like if you were
Decorative.
decorative, like it's a decorative trim.
Oh. So this doesn't look like any type of like crest or meaning behind it, or I just can't tell.
No, it's decorative. It's no writing. It's no picture. It's not pictology. It's not anything. It's just
No sim. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Rahun, it's just for show. It's just a pretty picture.
You two make a perception check.
Hurt.
Ooh.
You two.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was included.
18.
You do. 24.
24. Both of you see down the north tunnel. All of a sudden, you didn't see it prior, but you just kind of like keeping your eyes out as you notice that way down the north tunnel, you see 4 torches.
Oh shit.
I get mine.
But they're way out. Like
that's fine.
they are
Wait,
way out there. Like it
was
looks
that
like
Baltimore
it looks
line,
like a
or is that
little
Rahun?
speck, just out there. But you can
It was
see.
you and Rahun.
Yeah, it's just me and you, bud. It's just me and you, bud.
So I look at Rahun and I'm like, please tell me that's not my old eyes just seeing spots.
No, we got company. As I just kind of like shout that out into the tunnel.
Do we
Hopefully
hear it?
They can hear me. As
Sure.
it echoes.
Do you
through and
yell
stuff.
it?
Yeah. Oh
Do
yeah.
you yell it? Cool. All right.
Oh dear God.
As you yell that out, you hear it just company, and you guys hear it. And
Stealth.
with that, actually, you saw them like kind of moving around like this, and then they stop, and then all of a sudden you see 20 more just.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Stealth
I-
for sure.
I'm gonna go.
I'm starting.
100 and no, I can.
I mean, you guys are like you guys are like way down in this
I
tunnel.
know, we are.
So it'll take some time.
Let me
It's
do some math.
let's see here.
I'm gonna go like maybe 20 feet into the tunnel and stealth.
Okay.
What are you
Yes.
doing? So we see them.
As of right now, it's gonna take you about 8
So
turns
they
to
don't
get
see
there.
us.
Holy crap. Okay.
You just yelled at the fact that.
But it echoed. They can't. They won't
That's
be
at
able to
normal speed, or is
pinpoint that.
that
That's why I'm
dashing?
going 20
I'm
feet
sorry?
into the tunnel
Is that normal
and
speed or can we
stealthing.
dash back?
Oh, that's at 60 feet.
Yeah.
So that's dashing.
Yeah. So that was at 60 feet.
That was at 60
Eight
feet.
turns.
8 turns
Wow.
at 60 feet. I think the only one that can do it is him. He might get there a little earlier because you have that
I
one
can.
little thing.
Yeah, well, as a rogue, I can go
You can dash
100,
in the bonus
120 feet this round.
Okay. So yeah,
So I can make it back to them.
you can make it back to him in about 6 turns. Well, you do
Shit.
120 feet per turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
4 turns.
then you would
So we
you'd
have
get there in about 4 turns.
Okay. All right. So I'm on my way there.
So you guys turn, you guys start heading back. He
Yeah.
literally just goes on all 4 and just starts
Yeah.
going.
Pull the hood up, all fours. I'm going.
23 on my stealth check to 20 feet in the tunnel.
Sure. 23. Baltimore.
Waiting
What
for
are you
them
doing?
to come, I pull out my enlarging axe.
Sorry.
I don't enlarge it
know.
yet.
Scared.
Cool.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, we're already down 10. I'm down 10.
Are you going back Baltimore with him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys start heading back. They're going. Emerald, what are you doing?
So okay, who's leaving and who's staying?
The ones that are in the tunnel are all coming back to you.
Emerald, it is just
It
me
is-
and
it's
you.
just
in front
you
of
and
this-
Rahoon.
in front of this tunnel. Just me and you, and you literally watch me go into the tunnel.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to the center of the
20
big area, and I'm just gonna brush my shoulders off and get ready for whatever's about to happen.
So you just stand at the tunnel.
Yeah.
I'll watch him.
So it just-
I will just watch. I'll be moral support. I'll come in when he needs me.
Got it. So 4 turns passes. You like literally come up. You
I
like you
see-
see him. You see this
This is what
cat
I'm gonna do
just
when he
walk
sits
like
down.
run by you.
Do I see the torches?
As you get to the middle, yeah, and you can still see
I see
they're
him-
still
I
they're
see
still
him.
out there.
I see him run past me.
Yeah.
Okay. And with my reaction, then I'm gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll try to stop him.
Yes.
Hey,
Well,
20 people.
What was
out
your
there.
stealth?
23.
Yeah, no, I don't see. I just hear something from the shadows, and I'm like looking around for. Who's this?
I step out of the shadows for a second just to break my stealth for him.
Okay.
Rahun.
There's 20 people over there.
Well, the rest of the party is coming, but
That's fine. That's fine. We'll wait. There's 20 coming from the north. Emerald thinks he can take all of them. I want to see what happens.
I say nothing, but I just slink into the shadows with you.
Yes!
But I'm gonna
So
roll
roll
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah. Oh my
Wait,
god.
wait. So I'm standing at the entrance of this tunnel. I thought it was in the football arena.
Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, where are you standing at?
I'm not standing in the direct path of these goblins.
I didn't say they were goblins.
Whatever, there are 20 torches. I'm not standing right
The
in the
north
middle
is
trying to take them all.
elves.
I said I was going to stand
That could be
in
our
a spot and get ready for something to happen.
That's fine.
So you're standing where?
What am I
Exactly.
looking
That's why
at?
I want to see what happens to him first.
I believe that you were by the bronze golems, but I don't know what you're doing. So what are you doing?
This is what he gets.
I
for
was
not-
taking a
not
rest,
knowing.
and
What-
then I saw these things. Well, you said they were far, like I was
So,
looking down the tunnel.
I just want to know where you're at.
I'm in the middle of the football arena.
Middle of the football arena. All right. So sounds
Yes,
good.
let's
I got-
watch this go down.
I got an 11 on my stealth.
As you are Emerald, as you keep an eye on this, I mean, I'm gonna say that you're like legit in the middle, which is like right in the middle of the bronze golems and their trailers, and you're like right at the end of each of those trailers. And you, as you keep looking down the north, you know that it goes from 20 torches to 20, or to 25 to 30. It looks like there is a massive amount of people coming down this tunnel.
Understood. How long have I been resting?
15 minutes.
Not
Oh,
now.
God.
It takes 30 minutes. It takes 30 minutes. 30 minutes to have a short rest, and you guys have just been talking.
Well, yeah, but with the time of them going 500 feet walking, and
They can go
running.
60 feet in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
8 turns.
I understand.
So that's 8 minutes, so 16.
We're walking.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking. It's whatever. DM rules.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right now.
Go ahead. Continue.
Alright, well, I see that the numbers are growing.
Okay, when everybody else starts getting to us,
Yeah.
I will tell them what is going on and not make sure nobody runs just out
Everybody
there.
gets back as you're like stopping people. He stops you halfway in, or just right as you're about to come into this opening.
Me?
Yeah,
all of you,
everybody,
all of you guys,
all
yeah.
of you.
So
I'm like,
Except for Emerald.
I look at the opening, and what is the symbol?
Of the north,
Yeah,
the drow.
the drow. So
shh. There's a big unit right over
You don't
there.
know. As far as you know,
I
there's
see
only,
the
only, like,
torches and stuff.
as far as you only knew, you only saw like
Oh, I don't see
20.
the rest coming now. and
no,
stuff?
because you're out. You
Oh, okay,
pulled back
good,
into
pulled in,
another
okay.
tunnel.
There's 20 lit torches in the northern tunnel. Emerald thinks he can take all of them.
Torches. What's so
I want to see this go
scary
down.
about torches?
Hey.
It's what's holding the
That
torches.
could be possibly the drow.
he
Is the
just said they
elves.
were
That could be our
torches.
allies coming to help us.
Exactly. So let's see what happens, and we'll let
You
Emerald
know
take
that
the
you
hit.
sent for the woodland elves, the
Not the
high
drow.
elves of
Yeah,
the
not
Gly
the-
Forest,
Oh,
not the drow.
Not
Drows-
the drow.
Drows are not ones to
The
trust.
drow is bad. Those are bad elves.
Evil, dark elves.
You don't
So-
know that.
Hold on, history.
The only person that
I
knows
know
this is
that.
you.
That's my backstory.
Okay.
Hey, well, you know about the drows because you don't like them.
I don't like any elves.
Okay.
And I'm
So what
also
do I
top
know?
color.
What do I know about them then? Just refresh
Make a
me.
history check.
No, you're already saying that I know
Can
stuff.
I, when she mentions the drow, can I just be like, not those evil son of bitches?
Ooh, not 10. Hold on.
19?
No.
Plus
That's
3,
great.
22. So bad.
You know, based on that you have a symbol which was left to say that you have made some sort of pact with them. You don't know what the pact was.
Yeah.
But naturally, you hear stories of that the drow are not. They don't like anybody that's above the surface. They think that they're inferior. They think that they are superior to everything. They only dwell in the underneath because they don't like sunlight. You notice that you know that they worship the god of Loth, which is about spiders and kind of that kind of stuff. You also
Spiders? The god of Loft?
it's not a spider god. It's
Yeah.
just Loth.
Loft.
And you've heard stories of drow that fail tests of some sort and become like these half human, half drow, half spider like beings. But you know that they're not usually good.
Do I hear her mention drow? I hear you mention
I'm sorry,
drow.
what was that, Baltimore?
We're all together though now.
Correct, except for Emerald, who's standing in the very middle of the arena leg.
But we
How far away are they from me?
They're still pretty far out. I mean, they were further than. I mean, they were way down there. They're probably, I would say, if you had a guesstimate, probably like 8 to 10 turns up.
But are they in the tunnel like where we came from, or what? Where like
To
where
the
are
north.
They are
man.
coming from the north tunnel.
The
Oh, the north. tunnel.
North.
And these lights are coming from.
The north tunnel.
So it's me, them, and then the people.
You guys backed up into another tunnel. Like,
Okay.
Well, we
So-
were
So,
coming
so
out
just
of-
pretty much just think it. You're in the middle. There's a bunch of people in front of you coming at you, and we are behind you.
Yeah, you're behind me, and then
Okay.
the people are in front of you.
no, they're in front of you.
They're in front of you.
We're in a different tunnel. We're
They're
not.
not
behind
coming
you.
from the
You're
tunnel
in the
that we're in.
center of this room. You are in the center of this room.
Oh my god, fuck this. Alright, so I walk up to the north tunnel, I cast thaumaturgy on myself, and I yell out, "Are you friend or foe?"
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well,
I smile
Baltimore.
because at
Baltimore
least
is
Baltimore
running
has
fucking
spoken
both
to
of
them
They
now.
just run
And
out
I
and
cast
do
light
shit,
on my
and we
shield
have to.
so that they know the fucking direction
I
it
mean,
is.
not.
things gotta
this
get
time.
done.
I
Um,
do too. And I'm just like figuring shit
I
out.
pull out my sword. Dude, whatever.
So as you look down,
That's intimidating.
you notice that there are probably about 40 different torches. And they are literally, you being you, you realize in your perception, you do realize that they are drow. You do realize that they are in what looks to be, not ranks. Or, yeah, they're, like, in terms of ranks, they're, like, marching. And you blast that out. You notice that they all draw their swords. Nobody responds. You know that there's another rank behind them, and you see a bunch of bows get at the ready.
So I just look to the group and I'm like, this is gonna get real lively. And I just kind of hold my shield up.
Great. Well, I was struck by an old woman's arcane missile. Does anyone have a potion for me to drink?
Make that two.
Even a small one.
Yeah, I got you.
Hold on, has Cass with us?
Nope.
Where's Cass been?
She's been up top.
I cast
No, I
Cure
grabbed
Wounds on
her
both of you.
in the very beginning
Oh.
to check out the library.
Thank you.
She was the first person I spoke to share about the library.
Yeah, but she didn't go down with you.
Why wouldn't she go down with us?
Because
She would, though.
she had a different matter to attend to.
So it's
So
14 each.
we just left
Cool.
her up there,
Right.
and we're
We
like,
just got
peace,
14.
or like, what was the
Well, you
conversation?
Thank
went
you,
back to go
Baltimore.
grab
Thank
them, and then she didn't come back with you.
Thanks, Walt.
Yep.
You gave us 14 hit points.
So are you still standing at the middle of the tunnel, or the middle of the tunnel?
Well, I walk over and I cast Cure Wounds on both of them, and then I walk back to the tunnel.
Cool. You see they've all moved up, and they kind of stopped. You know Elvish, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, you hear in Elvish, get out of the tunnels, or we will be forced to kill you.
Do I hear that?
No, it's an Elvish.
Oh,
It's
oh
an
that's
Elvish.
right.
But I know.
For those that know Elvish, you do hear this auditory.
do I hear this as well?
If you know Elvish.
Okay. I didn't know if I was within distance.
So I relay that to the group, and I say, so apparently these assholes said to get out of the tunnels or they're going to kill us.
Well, that's a clear message to me. I'm
Heard.
gonna start heading out.
Follow.
Do I hear that? Do I hear
We
Baltimore?
haven't gotten that drink yet.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's
you
go get
guys
a
all
drink.
hear him.
Sounds
I mean,
way
it
better.
echoes. It echoes. As long as you guys are talking normally, you guys all hear each other.
Okay, so you heard us
So
talking
I-
about going to
I
get a
call
drink
out to
instead of
Baltimore.
fighting.
Yeah.
Ooh, guys,
Who is they
honestly,
killing on whose command?
honestly, Baltimore, I think we need to figure out if they're with the goblins or they're here to protect their territory, because obviously the goblins are gonna be a threat to them and their business that they do here. So honestly, if they care about these tunnels as much as they seemingly do, then they could be a little help of some sort.
I think I figured out where all the skulls and skeletons came from.
Well, I highly doubt that, because if that was the case, I feel like they wouldn't just ask, they would just kill us and leave the bones. Just saying.
They could
But,
be.
Gray, you're right. I think that we should figure this out. So let me try to talk to them again. And I'll cast. Well, thaumaturgy is still going on. So
Ask them if they care about their tunnels and remaining to have business here, then they would be open to a discussion.
Just tell them about
Something.
the goblins. Just tell them about the goblins.
what am I saying?
I
I mean,
think
I know what I was gonna say, but if you want to approach this differently.
I say let him do his thing.
Alright, Baltimore, maybe an aggressive front is the better front though, but I think that we should
Bullshit.
I think
So yell out in my thaumaturge, whatever the fuck the spell is.
Thaumaturgical.
And I say to them, oh god, I'm gonna kick myself.
Be smart. Be smart. Be smart.
I say, my name is Baltimore Glassmere. If you have this area is under Glassmere protection. If you have an issue, you should address me directly. Otherwise, your end will be here.
Roll a persuasion check.
That is
And then
my
I
boy.
Yeah, what did you say?
That is my boy. Hype him up. In the background.
I mean, basically, they need to know who they're dealing with, though. So.
You said persuasion?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Alright, 24.
24.
Damn, boy.
So,
I rolled a 19. I needed something high on that.
Nice.
you yell out that you are part of the Glassmere family. And the one that responds kind of steps forward. You see that he seems to be more well armored than the rest. And he yells out, he goes, "The Glassmere family did not have a son."
Oh, shit.
I just shove Atreya out. I literally shove her out into view.
I yelled, "That you know of!"
And
Well, I'm the one who raised the flag, so clearly they did.
We don't know of the flag that you talk about.
and then so I
You
stand.
want to come upstairs and find out?
So I stand next to Baltimore and I say,
Come upstairs.
"This is my brother, and I am Atreya Glassmere, and you will show him the respect he deserves."
Bruh, are you here to help or hurt?
Atreya Glassmere is dead. And you see them all start to advance.
Here we
They
go.
don't fucking know anything.
Right? They think they know so much.
Well, I
I
guess.
think it's
But
us who don't know.
they are advancing very slowly. They're not charging.
I think
They are
there's-
advancing
I think
slowly.
they know more than we know, actually.
They think I'm dead?
Do you
I
have?
think there's a lot of info that
I don't
we're
know
missing.
about my family. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yes,
What are you
perhaps they
talking
will
about,
know
bro? I
something.
think there's a lot of XP that we're about to get.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Let us murder
Let's
some
do
worlds.
this.
So are we fighting or
And then so I
I
grab
wanna drink
grab
still, so
my
We can chill at the tunnel back to
listen.
this.
I grab my emblem of the Drow and I said,
I'm not trying to
Atreya Glassmere holds this emblem. I don't know. And,
get your shit together.
Come on, you're the
Get your
glass.
shit together, okay.
Glassmere.
all right.
Got this.
I am Atreya Glassmere. She is not dead, and this emblem proves who I am.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. All right, baby.
Do you have any advantage for having the
I have-
actual symbol with her?
They can't see it.
Ah, yeah, you're like all the way out there, and it's
Alright,
just a
they're
shouting match
I mean,
right
that's
now.
great
Can't
now.
see
Like,
it.
It's a shouting match right now.
Nice.
19
This
plus
girl with the
8.
19s
19 plus 8,
tonight.
so 27.
That's awesome.
the ranks stop. He goes, "Who is your father?"
My father. Crayoak.
Who is your grandfather?
Nathaniel Glassmere.
Who is your mother?
Oh, who is that? What is her name again?
I just called her mom.
She like pulls out a journal. She's like, "What is the mom's name?"
Sorry.
Here's the best part
I
about
never
not
did-
knowing who your mother is.
Giselle.
You never disappoint when they ask.
Giselle Glassmere.
Who's your mother? I don't know.
Who's your mom?
Who's your mom?
So,
Yeah, I'd like to know her.
Who's
you
your third cousin twice removed?
you hear a massive
Who's the model of your
sister.
first car?
Who's
you hear a massive whistle from like an object of some sort, and then there's a loud word that he says. Does anybody know Undercommon?
Undercom.
I speak thieves' cant.
I was gonna say, is that like
No.
Scant?
So, and then as you guys do that, you guys see from all the other tunnels multiple torches be lit.
Oh, man.
So
That's
much
awesome. Yes.
I thought
And
they were down.
Am I
they,
about- I'm about to
they,
get kidnapped,
they all begin
guys.
to start enclosing on you. But roll an insight check.
An insight?
Just so you know, DM, me
Can I roll
and
a
her,
check too?
Sure.
Stand-
Sure.
me and her are literally standing. We walked over to the tunnel
The
from
tunnel,
the bookcase,
yeah.
Sure.
and we were drinking. Like I was just passing her back, just
Yeah,
watching this all
we're
go
drinking
down.
ale.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I thought they were down.
9.
9.
Every time I
You have no
alcohol,
idea
my
if they're coming to
favorite
attack or not. What'd you get, Baltimore?
I got worse.
You got worse? You may think that they're about to attack you.
Okay, so not knowing if they're gonna attack me, I'm gonna be in a stance that's ready to attack back.
So they're
It's a
about
defensive
It
stance.
they get
defensive
about
stance.
A
they get
defensive
about
stance.
five turns out, and now you can distinctly see them. They're all just real pale skin,
God, that's so
dark eyes,
anxious.
just blonde. Either some have blonde hair, some have just straight white hair, and it comes from every tunnel.
I'll tell you one thing. Your voice is annoying, but these people are way worse than you.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so who's right next to me? They walked away to go have a drink, right?
They're all
like,
just
hanging
they're all
out.
just staying like 3 or 4 turns from each of the tunnels. And then the north one, you see the one gentleman. You can tell he's looks more elegant, more clean.
Okay.
He looks like he's bathed. I mean, some of them look from behind him look like they haven't bathed in weeks. Some of them look pretty good. Some of them look pretty bad. Like
Okay,
some look malnourished.
all right.
And he kind of steps up, and he's very posturized, and he has Atreya.
Yes.
You've grown. Where's the symbol that your parents left?
And I don't hand it to him. I raise it up for him to see it.
So he's like, may I? And you see he has 2 swords, kind of slung on either side.
Okay.
Is
And I'm
this
sorry.
The same guy that stepped out when I talked?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. What was your name?
My name?
Yes.
I need to make sure that you're who you say you are first.
Well, you know my name.
If it is what it is.
And I hand it to him.
So he kind of looks at it, flips it around. Indeed, this is the symbol that we gave. And then he says something in Undercommon, as all of them just kind of like nod, and then they all just kind of disperse back into the tunnels.
There goes the XP.
The troop that is behind him, some of them actually begin to go back. And then he has like what seems to be like a a more upstanding guard that kind of stays by him. And he says, why is it that you've come down? This is not a place for you.
I've come down to find my family. The city, I didn't even know that this was here. My family has been gone for some time, and they sent word for my help. Our business, as you may know, has not been doing well.
The business has not been running for many years.
My family has gone into hiding, and the city is about to be under attack by goblins. As we know, there's 4,000 heading this way within a few days, and we're here to protect the city above and also what lies below. Because if the goblins are to take this over, as you know, they'll have access to many towns and many other lives.
The goblins are more toward the west. They do not far. They not venture past the Glad Forest.
Well, they have. We have killed multiple of them. They're organized. We don't know by who. We've heard of a name that possibly Olderhide. That is possibly taken over the ranks of the 2 different goblin hordes. We've spoken to a goblin ourselves that is an ally. This is true. They are coming.
What?
They also have a Fort army with the older high guy. Just saying.
We are the guards of the tunnels. We cannot help you. the Glassmere family has made quite a point in past years that our worth is within these tunnels. If you have something else, I'm sure you can talk to the others. But as you can see, each of the tunnels have been marked off. The dwarves no longer do trade. The giants no longer want to work down here. Not that we really care for them much anyway. As for the halflings, all they do is they just make mischief. Mischief? However, I can't tell you that they were good at making sure that we got our profit. The only reason why we're still down here is because your family owes us a lot of money. We've been down here and we haven't gone back on our word. We made the agreement and we told you that we would guard these tunnels. The fact that you're here tells me that your family is still alive. Thus, payment should be made.
I'm not arguing with you over the fact that if payment is due, that it should be paid. However, this is all coming to light. There is more and more that I'm learning each day. I am trying to make right what my family has done wrong in the past, and the first thing that I'm doing is trying to make account of debts that need to be paid and things that need to be taken care of, and guarding the city is one of the things that I'm starting with. If this is to fall, if the goblins are to take over this town, then there will be no Glassmere, there will be no money, there will be no one to pay the debt that is owed to you. If the goblins are to take over this town and have access to the caverns, not only will you have issues with dealing to them, but they may even further take any possible option of trade that you have in the future. So I'm not asking you to do more than what you've been asked of in the past, and I respect the fact that you made an agreement with possibly Nathaniel and you have stuck to that. That says a lot, even when payment hasn't been made in many years. I have nothing for you now at the moment, but I am trying to make right what has been wrong, and I'm just trying to learn new information so I can make progress moving forward.
So what do you ask?
I came down here only to venture in here and see what it is that this place is. That was my only task today. I didn't realize that you had been asked to guard the tunnels. I don't even know your name, sir. So moving forward, all I am saying is we will go back up. We will try to defend this town and defeat the goblins. And I'm going to get to the root of why we've lost business. I'm going to try to find my family. I don't know where they are at this moment, so that we can move forward and possibly start trading again and make profit so that payments that are due, such to you, can be made.
Well, it certainly won't be adventuring down here. There are many tunnels that this place leads to, some of which we do not guard.
What of the tunnel with the emblem that's scratched off? We went about 500 feet, and it
You
seems
should
that
ask your grandfather about that. That was his mistake, and that was the beginning of the end for this place.
So, do you know what lies behind the rubble? What evil that resonates there that I noticed?
It's not my place to say.
Very well.
I would give you fresh wine, but we don't have anything.
That's
So, I think it's time for you to go back up to the surface.
Would you like some ale? Best you'll ever have.
Just kind of ignores you.
You can ask her.
It's great! My hair flames up.
I wish not to be your enemy, and I wish to be able to pay the debts that are owed to you. I cannot give you a time frame at the moment, for I don't know how many others we owe money to as well. And I'm sorry, but what is your name again? You never gave it.
Third time she asked.
Estrania.
And how long have you been in business with Nathaniel?
Since he was very young and had the idea, the dream of building this place. It's the only reason why I'm still here. I consider Nathaniel to be a friend, but if he's dead, and if nobody in his family is willing to take up and actually replace this to, or at least reform it to its former glory, we have no business here. We will go and make a city of our own.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
We'll go and make a city of our own.
Earlier you mentioned that Nathaniel felt that it was your place to be down here. Moving forward, if I was to help bring this back to its former glory, start business again, what is it that you would wish moving forward in your place in this business?
I wish to return home to my city.
How long have you been away from home?
Years, hundreds of years. But I'll tell you this, it was not going to be some small task. I not only do I want to go home, but I want to reestablish everything and remove the queen.
Where is it that you call home?
I'm not going to specify. I still don't know what side you're on, nor do I know if you're going to help.
I can respect that. I'm not here to make any promises because moving forward, I do not know what is to come. I don't know if we will survive the next few days in this war above. I intend to find my family and hopefully to find Nathaniel alive. I will get more answers.
I'm just curious. Is he actually your brother?
Yes, he is.
So he turns his attention to you, Baltimore, and he kind of looks you up and down. And he just kind of asks, why were you never mentioned?
Well, you see, I don't really know what side that you're on right now, so I don't want to disclose that information just yet.
So he looks back at you. Are you sure he's your brother?
I'm sure.
Yeah, dude, get a DNA test. It's legit.
I'm sure.
So he looks back at you and he definitely says, well, you definitely have the attitude of your father, dumb high elf. Now, surface dwellers, please leave.
I want people who aren't really surface dwellers. I'm more of a mountain dweller.
So,
What is your name?
oh shit.
My name? Blacklung. I'm a blacksmith, hence the name Blacklung.
Will you leave?
Gladly. I turn and start walking.
We only came to investigate further, but I would like to know, moving forward, if we were to return down here to possibly take everything into account and try to restart the business, will there be trouble?
Oh, very much so. It is not us who you need to establish. First, you will need to go to each of the surface cities and figure out why they stopped doing trade, why they stopped, fix their problems.
You have a proposition. Does he seem like he puts his attention towards
He's
me?
looking
when I
at you.
actually? Okay. Because before he was ignoring me. So, well, you need something or want something. We need and want something.
You owe me a lot of money,
Indeed, we do.
so I
Indeed,
don't
we
think
do.
there's any position for you
Well,
to ask. But
her family owes you a lot of money. I owe you nothing. I can produce you stuff. But the main thing here, it seems like everybody needs a little bit of money, right? And this used to be a great trade city, right? We go, we figure out why all the other places aren't doing trade. We go do convince them to make trade. All that's good and everything. We get business flowing. But the main thing is we need this focal point here, not to be swarming with goblins. So, we scratch your back, scratch ours. You help us keep this place clear of goblins, and we will go fix the trade. And we'll have more business coming here. We'll be able to pay you, probably get other people to guard the place for us, and you can go back and we'll help you overthrow the queen.
we haven't had any goblins penetrate these walls for actually never.
Awesome. So you make sure that continues for now while we make sure that doesn't happen to the upper city. We could probably use some of you guys up there, honestly,
No.
to protect the focal
None of my
point.
people will go up to the sunlight.
Fine, you keep them secured down here. We'll find other people up there. But you give us your word that you stay here for a little bit longer and you keep these tunnels clear of any goblins that might come through. If they come through, we'll get these tunnels back and running and stuff, and we'll help you overthrow the queen. But we're going to need your help and your knowledge of what these tunnels and where they go, who to talk to, that kind of stuff. We scratch your back, you scratch ours. Does that sound...
I do not navigate these tunnels. I literally stay in this tunnel. I do not know what cities they lead to, nor do they where they go. I couldn't tell you how to get from here to the Great Barrier Mountains. There are many tunnels from here to there. The only people that navigated these tunnels were the golems. And they were already, programmed to go to their respective tunnels. So until they get activated, which is only done by the dwarves.
Alright,
Are you part of the Great Barrier Mountains?
pull out the symbol. You tell me.
Make a deception check.
With advantage because I have the symbol?
Sure.
All I said was, you tell me. Deception, you said?
Yep.
18.
Please tell Gilfid to come down and activate the golems. That should be one of your priorities, if you haven't already met him.
Alright, I'll make sure to pass on the word. So, do we have a deal, though? You will continue to protect these tunnels, for now, until we get everything reestablished. And then...
Very well, you are allowed. That's exactly what I said. If you can reestablish this place to its former glory, I indeed
But
will
that
help.
means we need passage through here, too. So
You will not be able to get passage through these tunnels. I guarantee you will get lost. The only ones to navigate were just the giants and the golems.
No, I understand, but we need to come back and bring them here and stuff like that, you know? Like, I just want to make sure we're not going to get shot up with arrows every time we have to enter here, talk to you or something like that. I just want to know we're all in agreement.
I have no way of communicating with the tunnels. I know that we have certain keywords. I have not met the generals nor captains of each of these tunnels. They
I just
know
meant
that
here in this one spot where you control. I meant just your own men isn't going to kill us.
if I am here, yeah.
Okay. If we have your word that we can enter back here, talk to you, and do what we need to do, investigate this and that and stuff like that, without getting shot in the back, cool.
I may not be here though. And if I am not here, I cannot make any guarantee.
Who else would be here then? What generals? Do you know their name?
I do not know.
If I haven't already, I'm gonna walk up to them.
You're good on your short rest, by the way, if you want to get your hit points and all that good stuff back.
Alright, I think we're good.
Um,
I
Well, I'm gonna
recommend
walk
that
up to where they have
Ashanya.
the property.
I recommend that you go to all the cities on the surface before you come back down here. Each one of the cities does have a way back to this main tunnel. I do not know how to get. Only the family knew.
Ashanya, do you know of these bones that are here?
Yes, intruders.
Told you.
Very well. Thank you for
I'm
your
gonna
time.
walk up to them, if I haven't already, and ask them if they've heard, or him specifically, if he's heard the last name Divini.
Divini?
Yep.
Remind me, where are you trying to get at?
That's my last name. So,
Then no.
Alright.
He says no.
So, I say to Ashanya, I hope to return again, and when I speak with you, it will be of good news that the trade will be starting again, and that we will be able to form an alliance, a strong one, and pay the debts that are owed to you.
We shall see.
We shall. I just nod. I don't go to shake hands. I nod.
So he just begins to back away. And then he just stops. And he's like, I will wait until you leave.
Alright.
Well,
So-
that's fair. See ya. And I leave.
I hand you some more ale as you're walking
I'm
away.
drinking as I'm walking.
So I start kind of like walking away, but I'm not gonna walk away in such a way that I just like turn my back to him and I'm like, oh, we're cool. It's still gonna be showing
Sure.
that I don't really trust him quite yet either.
Sounds good. So you go back. Emerald,
Yeah.
go back. Baltimore,
I'm long gone.
he's
A
long gone.
while ago.
Yeah, he's been gone.
Yeah, I just come up out of the shadows. I'm like, oh.
Finally, I was literally drowning in boredom. Drow. Alright, let's go.
The cat made a
Face palm.
So you guys make your way back up to the bookshelf. You guys come on out.
Oh my god.
That's
And
terrible.
you see that old lady. She's just kind of there. She goes. She goes back to doing her stuff. She sees you guys come out though.
Can I sneak over and get another ruby?
Sarah, you're gonna try to
Sure. Go for a slip check.
Stealth?
Yeah.
Okay. Hood.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see him?
Sure.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get over there, no problem.
Cool.
She it's almost like she just ignores you.
Good. Yeah. Can I just take can I scoop my hand in and take a handful this time?
Sure.
Just take a handful.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, I want to see if I see this.
What'd you get?
Not enough to see him.
No.
Oh, 2.
2.
Not worried about
I
it.
am there and back before anyone realizes.
Where's
Earlier,
Cass?
earlier though, she did say that she wanted the family to pick up the shipment. So I go to her and so, what is it that my family was to come and collect?
Huh?
What? And I raised my voice. What was my family to collect from you? You said you had the shipment ready.
Points to all the jewels, doesn't she?
How many jewels are there?
You now notice that there's probably 6 barrels
Oh shit.
of jewels
Of
of different gems and
I
uncuts
think
and all.
that might have been the payment for those guys.
Man.
Do we see him
I'm not
stealing
gonna
from
lie.
it when we
I'm not
push
gonna
it towards
lie.
him?
This makes me super all of this and that everybody knows about all of it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie.
You mean everybody knowing except you?
Well, not just that. Met these people a few days ago, and then now Rahun's being all weird and acting like he doesn't trust me, and he's just threw out the fact that the Great Barriers are his enemy, and then all this information is just out there, and now I'm just trying to figure out are people still going to be here to help me, or are they going to have their own little interest of trying to take 6 barrels of jewels? I don't like it.
Oh, I'm definitely going over and looking at these jewels.
Yeah.
These are nice.
Sure.
Even for uncut, these are nice.
I'm already gone. I'm not
Pick
even
up
in
a
there
handful.
Just-
I'll just pick it up in front of her.
We might need that.
I mean,
Put
they're
it in
all,
my pocket then. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, the old lady's looking at you.
Well, that's fine. It's hers, right? It's technically hers. And I looked
I
at her.
actually owe him money too, so one of those is probably like worth it. But
I take a couple.
what are you rolling and looking at me like that?
Well, it seems as if our business is done here. Why don't we go?
I
Jiggles
think
as he walks
this is the
away.
payment for those drow people.
I think you're right, but the Black Lotus Leaf was outside the house in Atlas. Who knows how many other people my family's in debt with? Who knows how much we owe? I don't even know. I can't
Yes.
even tell you the value of this.
You're right, but I can tell you for people who live underground, the uncut jewels they're fine. What they prefer. I'm pretty sure this is the drow's payment.
Well, we work with glass and precious stones as well, so who knows?
But it's
Where-
here,
Yes.
in front of the tunnel, where we just met 100 people who told us they are expecting a payment. I'm pretty sure this is their payment.
My biggest issue
Yeah,
now.
There was a lot of soldiers that looked malnourished and everything. It's possible that this wasn't the payment. Like, we didn't ask the question, what is it that you are owed?
Well,
Yeah.
I wish to discuss that with Nathaniel, because they could say what they like, but I would only trust my grandfather to tell me specifically the debts that are owed.
Is your grandfather even alive?
I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know, guys. I'm just saying, as I put two of them in my
he kept
pockets.
a log of what he owed to people somewhere.
I searched the house when we were there, and there was no log of trade and no numbers, no sort of bookkeeping of sorts to keep track of our money and the
Maybe he
accounts.
told
Do
your
you have a
mother.
log? Do you have a? What's the log? The payment. Who's it to?
Inventory.
The shipment. Who's the shipment to? Alright.
Has my family in the library that is here, have they left any, I'm looking at her, I'm talking loud, like old person loud. Is there logs that Nathaniel left behind? Is there books? Is there a diary? Is there any sort of notebook that my grandfather used and left here in care? Any maps? Anything else secretly hidden like this bookshelf?
Maybe check the books themselves.
Not
On the
that I know
bookshelf.
of.
I'm gonna go look.
Okay.
I'm gonna go drink. Who's with me?
I'm already not even in there anymore.
Yeah. As the ones that leave, you notice that it is dark. It's more toward like that evening.
I take one of each color. Jewel.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Just one. Just one of each
Alright,
color.
alright,
Just
alright.
one of
You
each
go
color.
find Cass.
It's
Yeah.
not even for payment. It's
So
for
she looks.
material.
You find her. She's coming back. She was looking for you
There's
guys.
girls of them, like,
And
obviously,
she
yeah.
kind of looks at you and she's like, "Hey, I know you told me to let you know when Corvus is ready to fly out. He's ready to fly out if you need."
Yeah, so the letter that I gave you, or whatever,
Yes.
I hand her the letter if I haven't given it to her already.
Okay.
Is there any that he can take this, like, immediately?
Sure. And she kind of straps it. She's like, "Okay, one more favor, please." And she's like, "Go." And you see Corvus fly off.
Okay.
What were all the colors of the gems? There was 3 different
And then
colors.
I
right?
just give her a rundown of everything that just happened.
Ruby,
Right.
sapphire, emerald.
Red, blue, green.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just give her a rundown of everything that just transpired.
Okay. Sounds like good information.
Apparently, this family owes a lot of people a lot of.
She goes, "Your family."
No, this family. I'm.
Baltimore is it's your family.
Anyway, the rest of the group, and start walking over in that direction.
Okay. So you guys are all heading out. Where did you go?
Well, I'm guessing I met up with Baltimore if he was right outside.
Okay.
How late is it?
It's late. Probably like 9.
Okay, I think my mind wanders to the trap I laid in the forest, and then I think better of it because it's so late at night. And I think I go bother Franklin some more.
Sure.
I'm just gonna force him to continue training.
Okay. So you, what are you guys doing?
Oh, I was
I'm-
gonna go get a drink with her.
So you're grabbing a drink. So you guys go over to the tavern.
I'm looking through the library and I'm going in each one to see if there's logs or there's any type of like shipment tracks or
yeah.
trading information.
No check needed. Doesn't look like anything type of log. It looks like a lot of drawing, a lot of like old babble. You do like see like some books, but they're mainly just stories. Nothing that would kind of come to you. Some of the pages are just like so worn. Like you can tell like she's had these books for quite some time.
Okay.
And some of the pages are so worn and like delicate that you're almost like having to like
Be
just
careful.
be
not to-
careful, making sure that they're not ripping off.
Okay.
Can I also go to the library?
Sure. It's the same little bookshelf that she was at.
It's just one bookshelf?
It's the same bookshelf that you guys were at. Yeah, that's what she's calling the library.
Okay, so is there any books on there that is like languages 101?
No, it's all it's all just like just basic stories and.
So I just find Rahoon at that point.
I pour him a drink.
All right, so you guys go to the tavern.
Where's Cass at?
Cash, she was releasing Corvus, so she's like out the town.
So
center.
I'm gonna meet up with Cass.
Okay. You're going to go train. You're training.
So
Rahoon, teach me to work.
All right, I teach him all the vulgar words first.
I think I'll stick with the old lady and read some books.
I just so when I go to Cass, like I want to talk to her. Basically, I just want to vent about my worries of.
All right. So you guys kind of vent.
Yeah.
The night grows late. As you guys are talking, you're teaching them, drinking a little bit.
We're using the mugs from.
Sure. I want you two to make a history check. Actually, Emerald, you two. He's not there.
I'm too focused on teaching them vulgar words.
14.
14. 5. You do remember that the natural caverns and tunnels are completely different from the actual dwarven tunnels that were made. Like, they do intertwine. Not like they don't connect, but like the dwarven tunnel might be here and then the natural cavern might be here. Does that make sense? Like, so they never actually connect. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do they have access? Oh, you said they never actually connect. So, can they be connected or not? Because we're bronzed, basically, right?
They're bronzed. Yeah.
So they wouldn't be able to. Okay, so then.
But these are the caverns filled with water, right?
Some of them are.
Some of them are, some of them
are
not.
But
not.
essentially, these are the caverns that you're talking about that are in that large water source that doesn't overflow.
Based on what he's told you.
How long can I hold my breath?
You can do 1 minute per your constitution. So if you have like a 12, so a +1, it's a minute for every constitution modifier.
I can hold my breath 5 minutes.
Yeah, so you can do 5 minutes, yeah.
Oh, modifier, so that's what you're looking at there. So
Yeah,
I have
it's
4.
fine.
So
Yeah, so
4
you can do
minutes.
4 minutes.
Okay.
But it does grow late. You guys are free to do it if you guys wish.
I think I'm just gonna drink and then go to sleep.
Okay,
We're done.
drink and go to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, saying once I've taught Franklin a new technique, I'll give him a pat on the shoulder, something like,
Sure.
"You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
When the goblins come, perhaps you will kill several of them before you pass away."
I hope so.
I go to find Tony,
Okay.
and if I find him. Tony, can I speak with you for a moment?
Yes.
So I sent word to the elves, the higher
Indeed.
elves from the Glyph Forest as well.
Very well.
And they are on the way to aid us.
Do we know at what time?
According to the letter that I have, it does not give a time frame.
I see.
So,
Well, we will have to prepare. Make sure that we are going to stand as long as possible until we get some reinforcements.
yes. I was wondering if I could have access to some of your. Do you have your agricultural storage, where you use fertilizer to help grow your crops?
Well, why yes. We have a whole house dedicated to the fertilizer and pesticides.
Would you bring me to it, and
Absolutely. And he takes you over to like what looks to be like a small little shack. He just opens it up and it's just bags full of fertilizer and pesticides, or not fertilizer but pesticides and stuff like that. The fertilizer, they just use manure.
manure? Okay. So as far as the pesticides, Tony, do you have any different types, or you just have the one that you use?
Just this one.
What do you use to make it? Sorry about we answered that question, didn't you?
He says various amounts of different types of stuff.
Do we still have access to those materials to make more?
You have access to whatever you need to make sure that this town stands.
So as you may know, the pesticides are flammable.
You mean combust?
Combustible, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, because they don't stay lit. But
You're correct.
I was thinking that we could possibly use these to help make
feel free
bombs
to
of some.
do
well, is
whatever you
bombs
wish.
The right word? Yeah. To use them as distractions, or use them in battle in the future. So, do you have anything to help store any sacks of sword or any kind of?
I'm sure that we could take the bed sheets, make small little. The women know how to sew.
I think tomorrow I would like to get a group together dedicated to making small sacks.
Please, whatever you need, I'll help as well.
Okay, in the morning, I think that we should. Who do you trust? Someone that is far enough that once I show them what needs to be done, they could be in charge of making sure this is accomplished.
Sean,
Me,
pretty much any of the ladies. Everybody here is quite tight. We all know one another, want to know each other's families. We are quite the tight group.
Okay. In the morning, we'll discuss this further. I'll think of plans and late.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Tony.
Thank you.
I go to find them in the tavern or whatever.
So they're sleeping.
Drink.
You guys are in the tavern. You guys are drinking. How many how many bottles do you guys drink? Just out of curiosity. You know that he has 50.
50 bottles? I
Few
mean,
days.
I'll at least, like, there's going to be one on the table for us at least, you know?
Okay, so you
For-
guys drink one bottle?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe two if it seems like we get, if we're drinking through it.
Sure.
But, there's definitely one dwarven thing I want to teach you. A drinking cheers.
You fell asleep?
So anytime you're at the Iron Wall and you
teaching
hear
place
somebody
tonight.
make this cheers salute, you salute along with it.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Iron in my blood, iron in my lung. I drink this ale just for fun, because I know I have an iron gut.
Alright, and I'm supposed to drink whenever this is being said.
Yep, it's a cheers in my home country. So cheers, brother.
So I cheers you back and drink the rest of it.
Awesome.
My book.
And now we'll get another bottle, I guess, because I'm drinking until I pass out. Like always.
Well, I'm probably gonna go to bed. Thanks for teaching me some Dwarvis.
No worries. But have a good night.
You too. And I'll head to my room and I guess get some sleep.
Okay.
Did you hear the chant that I?
No.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Iron is in our blood. Iron is in our lungs. We drink this ale just for fun, for we know we have an iron gut.
Go.
Just a little.
Huh?
Cheers.
So you fall
Exactly.
asleep, though, right? As you're falling asleep, as you're sleeping, you kind of replay the dragon, your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of see her coming into and fighting this, and you saw him kill her.
Mm-hmm.
But in your dream, you see her dead, but you can't help but think that there was a conversation about what she said, that there was a dragon, or there was an offspring that she kind of left information for you that you just kind of remembered.
Okay.
And you knew that if something, and she kind of told you before this battle that if she were to fall, she wants you to find it.
A child of hers? Okay. Cool. Interesting. This
So
came to
Baltimore,
me.
you went to bed.
Yeah.
Emerald, what are you doing?
I was reading books still at the bookshelf or whatever, and just hanging out with the old lady and the gems. I think I'm just gonna read until I fall asleep.
Okay, so you read and go to sleep.
I go to the tavern to see who's there.
The tower?
Tavern.
Oh, tavern? Yeah, you see them all there. You see Rahun there.
Baltimore went to bed now.
Yeah, Baltimore went to bed. He went to bed.
So I sit down with Rahun to have a drink.
I slide it over.
I don't even say hi. I just sit down and just grab it.
Hello. I slide over the Great Barrier medallion over to.
And I take it and I look at it and I look at him and I say, Rahun, I do trust you. And I'm learning more about my family each and every day. And I hope you won't hold my family against me. And I just put the coin back and
If I did, I would have already killed you.
and I just laugh. And I raise my mug up to him and I just drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Every time that anybody who's a party companion, just for further note, anytime it's a party companion and they want to sit down and have a drink with me, I'm using those 2 mugs from the tavern each time.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right.
All right, so I'm just hanging out and drinking, and he's not much of a talker. I'm just
I'll
hanging
talk.
out. Oh, okay.
I'll talk. I'm just not the one to start the conversation.
Yeah. So if you don't mind me asking, Rahun, what was your life like before you were accused of murdering your family and had to flee?
Check the surroundings.
Well, I'm not talking loud.
Oh no, I still check the surroundings.
You see like 2 people in there.
Lonely. Lonely for sure.
Why don't you make charisma saving throw with disadvantage?
Hurt.
No, I don't think I will.
With disadvantage?
6.
6? You get this overwhelming urge that she's questioning you because she wants to take everything from you.
Cool. It's kind of hard to hold that against her because I got not much to take. So.
More distinctively, the gems.
I want to take the gems from him. That's what
And you feel that she's almost willing to fight you for it.
Oh man.
I just look at her. I'm like, if you want the gems, I'll give you the gems.
He said that.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Sorry.
I mean,
sorry.
things like this, I'm very blunt about.
Um.
If you want the gems, just fucking take the gems. You don't have to fight me about it. Jesus, I thought we were having a nice conversation.
Whoa.
Fuck.
No. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You asked me to take. You
And
asked
actually,
me.
You don't want to even go with the gems.
You can have them. That's fine. You looked at me. I'm fine with you having the gems. What are you talking about?
I don't know. You're the one who wanted the gems.
I don't want the gems.
Why are you threatening me?
Fine.
I'm I'm not threatening you.
All right, whatever. I'm trying to be nice to you now and everything, but you want to lie to me just bluntly to my face now?
No.
What is this? Why are you doing this?
I'm not doing anything. Like, I don't understand where this is coming from. I thought we
I don't either.
just
Why are
trusted
you
each
doing
other.
this?
You gave me the coin back, and I
Exactly.
took it.
So
We're
why are you
good.
treating me like
I'm
this? I thought we were friends.
I'm not treating you like anything. Can
Look,
I do
you got to stop lying to me. You need to tell me the truth now. I'm getting very
investigation?
angry.
Can I do investigation?
For what?
I want to understand why.
Are you trying to do an insight, you mean?
Insight.
Like,
There
okay,
we
do
go.
an
Like,
insight.
where would this be stemming from? Like, why would he be thinking that I'm doing this? 15.
15?
15.
You really don't know where this is stemming, but this is not like Rahun.
I'm a
Okay.
dick, but I'm not like just randomly.
Yeah. Rahun, what's going on? This isn't like you. I mean, no offense to you.
Yeah, well, you're being very offensive right now, even for a dwarf.
For a dwarf.
I'm saying even for
Okay.
a dwarf saying that, you're being offensive right now.
How am I being offensive? I just
I don't know. You
understand.
threatened me. You look like
I'm
you want
not-
to attack me for these damn jewels. I mean, if
I'm
you want these
not-
damn jewels and stuff,
I'm
and
not
you keep lying to
threatening
me.
As
you
you're
at all.
leaving the
Like,
gate?
I don't understand. Like, I kind of like stand up and like kind of
Somebody
like
kinda
back
comes up
off, and
behind
it's like
you
I don't
and,
understand
like,
where
grabs,
this is coming
like, your
from.
shoulder.
Look, I think it's
not-
better you just
Um,
you get away.
Turn around. He has
Leave
a
me
sword in
alone.
one hand.
I'm
and he's
sorry,
like,
I don't know
to you, he's
what
looked
I'm
like
doing
he's
that's
trying
making
to
you
attack
feel
you.
this way. Like, I mean you no harm. Like, I honestly don't. Like, I just, like, I'm having my hands out. If you're uncomfortable, I'll leave.
Yes,
like,
I'm very uncomfortable.
I don't know what's going on, and you're being unnormally weird, Rahun. So maybe this is your drinking. I don't know. We haven't drunk together in a long time. So okay, I mean, you know
Don't
harm.
you blame this on the
I don't
ale.
know
The
what's
ale
going
never did
on.
anything
You're being
wrong.
really okay. I'm gonna leave because
And
I
now
don't.
to you, she blames the ale, which is actually, you kind of like think about it a little bit more, which actually goes back to Miyadora. And now she's like,
Insulting me, Adora.
yeah, and Miyadora.
Oh my gosh! So I'm walking away because this has gotten
Yeah, you
really
better.
weird. I'm
You
walking
better.
away. I'm walking away, Rahun.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I meant no
you ever
harm.
talk about me, Adora, like that.
I'm not talking about me. This is weird. I'm not talking about Miyadora. I'm not trying to.
Shut up.
Oh my god. Okay. Bye, Rahun. Have
So-
a good night.
so what did you
Sleep
say?
it off.
So,
Sleep it
so
off.
as you're leaving the gate, somebody like grabs you by the shoulder, turns you around, and has a sword in hand, and it looks like he's gonna attack you.
Yes, I say, they're mine. Don't you touch them. What do you want from me?
Why don't you roll initiative?
Yeah.
I'm gonna storm out of the
Jesus.
tavern
10.
now.
You go first if you'd like to do something.
Wow.
Cool.
First, no matter what.
Damn it. I mean, I got a 1 on my charisma saving throw, so this person seems hostile to me, correct? Okay.
Very.
Yeah, I think the dagger on my tail, like he turns, and the dagger on my tail, I just kind of like duck a bit, and the dagger just like goes to stab right onto his collar.
Make an attack.
All right, so I have advantage on attack versus enemies who have not taken a turn in combat,
Do it.
and if it hits, it's an auto crit.
Do it.
Damn, boy.
Being frustrated now and getting angry and everything, I'm gonna go back to the pond and destroy some
15
more shit.
versus
It's my
AC.
getaway spot.
So do I see him
15.
walk
Versus
past
AC,
me and
yeah.
go to the pond?
Oh, he storms by you.
I'm like watching him
I'm, like,
because I'm
storming out of his
baffled.
tavern,
Like
yeah.
I'm baffled. Like I don't understand.
15.
Straight
You hit.
Shit. Okay, that's an auto crit. So I don't get sneak attack damage.
No, because they're not in combat with an
No,
ally.
and I didn't. Oh no, I get sneak attack because I had advantage on the roll.
Oh, because you had advantage. That's
Yeah.
right.
So this plus a D4 for the dagger plus my dexterity modifier. Oh my god.
Yikes.
6, 12, 13, 14, 15 plus my dex is another plus 4. So 19, and because it's a crit, I double every dice. So,
So
19.
36. Oh, no, 38.
No, I just roll again, right?
Oh,
no,
no,
you just
sorry.
double what
Sorry,
you
yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
So 19, yeah,
So
that's
38?
38. 38 damage. Yeah, I just bend over and the dagger just goes straight into like, I don't know if it kills them or not.
So you guys, so you go out to the thing. You just start wrecking havoc.
I'm
on
like
this.
literally like watching him because I'm like, this is so weird. Like I don't know what's going on. So I'm kind of
It was
like
a-
worried about him.
Assuming it was
Sure.
a 10.
So you like he just starts destroying the landscape.
So I'm kind of just like watching him, and I kind of I want to like.
So she followed me out.
No, I want him not to see me. So can I be stealthy? I want
Sure,
him to
make
like
stealth
not
check.
see him. 'cause
Stealth
I'll-
check.
Yeah.
Perception.
I'm not even gonna try and look at
Okay.
anything. I'm just more angry now than anything that somebody,
Oh.
my friends, would want to insult my wife.
I have 11.
11. Your passive perception, I think, is higher than 11.
14.
Yeah, so you know she's there, but
Will you just leave me alone? I really don't want to be around you right now.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, and I was just trying to.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I was
And
just trying to look out for you because you get really mad.
You're doing a pretty shitty job.
sometimes. And I was just watching to make sure that you were going to be safe. So
I think I'll be fine.
Yes,
I
she's
hope an arrow hits me or something right when I say that.
she's waiting
lightning.
for you to fall asleep.
So okay. I'm sorry that I'm making you uncomfortable. I thought it was a good idea to watch you and make sure you're safe.
Why?
but-
So you can watch me while I sleep?
No, I just wanted to make sure
I'm
you
not
got
going to
home.
sleep anytime
I wanted
soon
to
now.
make sure.
I'll be awake as long as I need to.
I want to make sure that you got home safely because I don't know if you're drunk or what's going on.
I'm perfectly sober. I swear to drunk, I'm not God.
Can I look? I just want to check to see if he's drunk. Can I think if I think he's
No.
drunk?
There's
He's
no
not
way.
drunk. So I don't understand what's going. I don't understand what's going on. So I'm just going to. I'm gonna walk away.
So you're gonna walk away.
I go to walk away.
Going back to you, as you turn, you see a little scuffle break out right at the beginning. Right, like you see two figures literally at the beginning. Oh, like right at the gate. As you turn around, you duck a little bit. Your tail comes in, and literally just goes right through for the throat.
Jesus, like kills him.
And not only do you cut him for the throat, but you literally just slice right across the throat.
Oh fuck.
It drops.
Who was it?
You take a minute and you like readjust your eyesight. You actually take a look, and there, gargling on the floor, is Franklin.
Oh.
Just,
Yes!
just eyes wide, almost
Yeah.
like betrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
as-
heard this and
Nice.
I want to walk towards it.
That's where we're gonna stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man.
Those jewels.
I'm officially a better teacher than you.
Those
You
jewels.
guys have Ruby Madness. It's
So,
Ruby Madness.
We appreciate you guys staying tuned, watching,
Oh,
and
this
having
is
some
amazing.
fun.
And I
I
have
love
3
it.
different colors.
We appreciate that you guys staying with us. Look us up on Facebook, Critical Role
You took
page,
so many
Tampa
of them
D&D
too.
page, all that good stuff.
I
We
rolled a
appreciate
one
it.
on my
Like us up on
save.
Facebook. Talk to the players, enjoy them, figure out what they did. I'll try and get this on YouTube as soon as possible. But we appreciate you guys. So anyway, you guys have a great week. We'll be here next week here on Epic Interactions. You guys keep it epic.
Yes.
Yay.
I have one.